Alright guys, well I'm back today doing an overview of my brand new EDC pack. This is the OPMOD bag from Optics Planet. And this one is in tan, but they also have black. Optics Planet was nice enough to send this over to the channel for us to try out, and man, am I glad they did. I've been using probably, one of those Amazon sling pack specials for like my man purse for probably about 3 to 4 years, and it had seen some wear. It did pretty well, but overall it just didn't hold up like I 100% wanted to. It kind of flopped down on itself. It was kind of difficult to get in while you were wearing it over your shoulder. So something like this is a welcome addition to my EDC rotation, and this thing is packed full of features, and it is pretty modular. So let me show you what it comes with and how it's kind of set up. The first thing I want to talk about is the price point of this bag. It comes in on sale at $25 from Optics Planet's website. So I think normally it runs about $44, but right now you can use that coupon code 704TACTICAL for 5% off of any Optics Planet order and combine it with the sale and really drop that price even below $25. So if you like this bag at the end of the video, you can use that coupon code 704TACTICAL and save you a little bit more money. So what do you get for the $25? And in my opinion, you get a really solid bag. It's not overly large, but it's not too small. Some of the problems I had with my other sling pack was I filled it out so much, it kind of jabbed it into my side, and I couldn't really get everything I wanted to in that pack. This really kind of substitutes a backpack in my opinion, and what I use this for is like if I'm going to leave the house for an entire day, I definitely grab this pack because everything in this pack I can kind of break down and compartmentalize and use as I need throughout the day, whether it be medicine, repairing something, just in general. I'll kind of go through what I have in this pack. The other cool thing about this pack is that it comes with a AR-15 mag pouch right on the side that is detachable. So that's the modularity I'm talking about. It's got some MOLLE attachments and webbing on the side where you can replace this with whatever you feel like replacing on the side, whether it be mounts a knife, extra magazine pouches. But it's cool that Optics Planet includes this for the price point. This is actually really nice. I'm thinking about maybe taking this off and put it on a plate carrier or using it to hold a radio and some pistol mag pouches. And on the other side, again, you have some really nice MOLLE attachments that allows a nice water bottle holder. And honestly, I find myself getting a drink while I'm out or just bringing a cup in the car, like one of the Yeti cups, or really the Ozark Trail cups. So I find myself using this for like sunglasses, where I can drop the sunglasses in. I wanted to show you kind of all of the features on here. I'm going to pull that off, and you can freeze frame it if you want to read through that. So the first thing I noticed about this pack that really drew me to it was the fact that all the pull tabs have a rubberized ring around them. Everything seems tied pretty securely. And what this does is allows the pull tabs to stick out. That was another frustration with my previous pack, that it was kind of hard to find the pull tabs if they kind of get, tucked inside between the creases or drop down in something. A lot of those times, it was hard to find in a hurry. And why would this matter? Well, this EDC pack has a compartment, for my opinion, completely dedicated for a firearm. And having those accessible pull tabs makes it perfect. If you are carrying a firearm off body, you want to be able to get to it quickly. So let me show you how quickly this pull tab system actually works. Just pull it through, reach in, and now you have access to your firearm. And man, that is fast. It also has a holster. I'll show you guys that it is unloaded for the purposes of this video. So inside here, you actually have a Velcro holster. I'm going to try to focus in on that for you guys. And that Velcro holster snaps into place and wraps around your gun. Now, it doesn't do much for retention, in my opinion, so they do give you a retention strap. But it's kind of mute in my point, because the retention itself is the top of this bag. So when I open up the bag, I want to have quick access without fumbling with this strap. So I tuck the strap to the side. The firearm, again, unloaded, slides into that holster, and it holds it perfectly straight up and down. That is a Beretta 92S that I put in there, and that is a full-size steel handgun, and this really distributes the weight nicely and makes you just kind of, I don't know, it just sucks up the gun, and you have tons of room for other things. So this is a really nice dedicated firearm pocket. And if for some reason you can't carry a firearm, this works great for other accessories as well. And it does have this Velcro spot in here, which you can Velcro any other kind of accessories that you want to snap in there. So moving right along, the top compartment is easy access as well with this pull tab, and then it expands open. Inside here I have medical supplies like roll gauze, pressure gauze, and a tourniquet. So this is everything that I would need to get to really quickly other than my firearm. If you're bleeding out really bad, I have a lot of gauze pads to put on here and a tourniquet to stop the bleeding. So that is a pretty cool pouch setup that's located right at the top. You can also put other high value and quickly needed medical supplies in here, but that is what I chose to do. In the second compartment in the front, I have everything that I would need in kind of a hurry. And what is in here is flashlights, knife, extra battery, a small screwdriver, and a small taser. Now, why would I go with a small taser? You would be surprised how many times I've been around a place where my wife or somebody else who doesn't necessarily want a firearm wants a little bit of personal protection. I take this bag on every beach trip I go to or every family vacation, and a lot of times somebody will be like, hey, I'm running to the bathroom at night at a campground, or I'm going here at the campground, and I just want a little protection, but they can't carry a gun because they don't have a CCW. Something like this is $10 off of Amazon. You click it on, and you have a pretty good deterrent that's better than nothing. I also really want to put some pepper spray in here, but I need to grab some. This is really not for me, but again, this bag goes with me everywhere I do, so it's nice to have that deterrent in there in case you don't necessarily want to go straight to a firearm. This is pretty nice to have, especially only for $10. Definitely better than nothing. So those are the lights that I have. The only really different one other than just your standard cheap, I don't know, Amazon flashlights is this guy right here. Has got a front light and then more of a reading light and an area light. What I do is normally carry an off-body or an on-body EDC light that I would have from a primary light, so those guys are just my backups. You'll notice the small compartment in the bottom with a drain hole, and what I have in here are my work gloves. So in case they get nasty or dirty or wet, they're isolated from everything else in the bag, and I just use a pair of mechanics gloves and they fit right in here. This can be used for other things as well, like towels and things, or maybe something that may get access to water or get a little bit wet. It will have some drain holes. Now the bag itself also has some drain holes located at the bottom in case you have something else in there that leaks or gets wet. It will drain out the bottom, and you have MOLLE attachments so you can hook more stuff on the bottom, again lending to that modularity. So you can see I've got a lot of stuff already packed in the bag, and I haven't even touched the main compartment. The main compartment is located here on the top. You pull these two tabs and it opens up into a huge cavernous pocket that allows you to stash a ton of things in here. The first thing I have is some micro rope. I think I picked this up from Bud K. I don't know how. It's 125 feet of micro cord, so that is really awesome. The next thing I have in here is a Mora knife. You cannot go wrong with a Mora knife, and one of these go wherever I go. I've got some trauma shears, which is good for CPR. If you're CPR certified, you'll know that you'll have access to an AED sometimes, and when you have access to an AED, you need to shear off the shirt to apply those pads directly to the bare chest. So something like this is very important. I have a toolkit, which is a little bit heavy, but normally I'm not walking too far with this, and you can see it's got every bit under the sun. I use this guy all the time. Something like this is perfect for EDC. I've got a kit right here with a ton of stuff in it, like flash drives, paper clips, glow sticks, lighters, rubber bands, quarters, things like that. Just a nice little kit to have. A writing pad with 2 markers, a bandana, an emergency poncho, 550 paracord, and then here is a knife I picked up at a gun show, but I've recently found on Amazon. And it's not a knife, it's just a Zytel or a plastic letter opener. And again, this is for somewhere with insanely strict laws that doesn't allow any type of knives or anything like that. I don't know if this would be considered anything, but it is definitely a really nice personal defense tool that you could use to get out of a bad situation. And here's my fire kit, and inside my fire kit I've got tinder, matches, dryer lint, some of these wet fires, and a couple of Bic lighters. You can't go wrong with Bic lighters. And that is it for that main pouch, but you can see how large it is and how it holds everything really nice and organized. So in summary, guys, this sling pack is great because it's an over-the-shoulder EDC bag that you can carry with you where you go. That large cavernous pocket is also really good for diapers and wipes if you happen to be using this as a diaper bag. I know I've got some babies and it's nice to have access to diapers and wipes out and about, and I found that some of those little Go Puffs that they eat go fit perfectly in the side right here. So it's a nice diaper bag with dual purpose. I love the fact that it's so easy to get to your firearm because you can have quick access to defend yourself. That was what I was a little bit upset about that first bag. It wasn't as smooth. The firearm pocket holds the firearm completely vertical with a holster that's already built in and included in the bag. It's just super nice because it protects that trigger guard so you don't have to keep it in a separate holster and worry about fumbling to get it out because the holster that it comes with is universal and it velcros in. I love the fact that there's MOLLE everywhere so you can mix and match and really tinker it and get it to fit your needs perfectly. Also, the easy access pull tabs are really nice and the construction seems super solid. Again, all at that price point of $25. I don't know how you can go wrong. Now, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to post this to, 704 Gear or 704 Tactical. But if you're watching this on my 704 Tactical, please head over to my 704 Gear channel where I do more reviews like this and I show more items and different things like that. Again, I want to give a huge shout out to Optics Planet for sending this over to the channel for us to try out. Remember to use that coupon code 704 Tactical for 5% off your order. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.